Todd, Juan Soto, thanks for joining me. See, he says I have Ram Man on my hands right now. Nice. Excellent. Let me go and get my iPad set up so I can see your guys' comments. Always takes so long to get it all set up. And let me scoot my light down. Bright light, bright light. Oh, I'm smashing Hebrew. Hebrew. Well, tonight I'm not going to turn my sky on. Sorry, you guys, for those that are looking forward to that. Got some hot water here. All right, I am set. I am ready. Let's go ahead and do this thing. Let's do this thing. All right, so I have a whole bunch of Ram Mans sitting here waiting to compare, and we'll have some fun kind of looking at Ram Mans of the past versus this new Ram Man. What I think is interesting is Andrew says, I always love Ram Man. Ram Man is pretty cool. What's interesting is we did not get a Revelation Ram Man, which I'm really surprised about. It went straight to New Eternia. So he's not made like the cartoon we saw on Netflix. He's actually a new creation in his own. So let's go ahead and check out this new creation Ram Man. And we're finding out the New Eternia story is a little different than we're used to hearing. So this will be interesting. Ram Man, human battering ram, a one-man wrecking crew. The hard-headed warrior known as Ram Man can break down any door, crumble any tower, and even turn a mountain into rubble. For a price, of course. He is untrusting of anyone, but has a reputation of being a man of his word. The battle charger of the last of the, Stone Skulls searches New Eternia for clues to his long lost lineage. Interesting. So, a little bit story, a little bit deeper than we had before. Other figures in the line: Merman, Grizzlor, Buzzoff, and Faker. Faker. There's that cool artwork of Ram Man. And anything on the bottom? Any directions? Nope. All right, cool. Sounds like we are set. Where did I stick those scissors? I had some scissors. It's got too much mess. I need to clean up my desk again, you guys. It's becoming a disaster. There's my scissors. He-Man's sitting on them. That He-Man. Get off the scissors, man. Let's take out your guys' comments. Hey, Charles, thanks for joining us. Not too much. Mike Fee says, can't wait to get this figure. He ordered it. Juan Solo says he looks very young. He does look like a very young Ram Man. Let's see. Unicron says, the pants on my Ram Man scare me. They're going to rip eventually. Oh, that's not good. Let's go ahead and check out these ripping pants like SpongeBob. I ripped my pants. Now, it does come with some extras, which is kind of cool. And let's check out some of these extras. You know what? I'm going to get my extra light here. I got my AA light here. AA light. Let's go ahead and put this on, and once it dies, I'll have to go to light number 1. So we will see how long this light lasts for. All right, so Ram Man comes with his axe we've seen before, and this axe style is kind of cool. I mean, obviously it's like chopping trees almost or something else, and I've actually given an axe like this to my Fisto, and it looks awesome in Fisto's hand with an axe similar to this. So Fisto has gotten Ram Man's axe before. Comes with big old hands. Comes with this big old extra piece of armor here. Where are my scissors? It's funny, these are not actually my scissors. I can tell they're not mine because they're purple. And we'll see my wife's. I think I gave my scissors away to one of my sons that came to visit one time. He's like, Dad, I need some scissors. I'm like, just keep them. Look at that cool head. Cool head. Interesting. And he's got the sharp points. Boy, that would really cause some damage. Smashing someone with some sharp points as well. Then we have the secondary head, which is similar to what we saw with Origins with the face mask. I'm just surprised they didn't give us a bald head, like, not a bald head, but a helmetless head like we've seen with classics. Now these don't come out, do they? Nope. All right, let's bust Rammy Mammy out of there. Okay, let's use some ramming power. There we go. No scissors required. Just yank them out of there. A little bit of stress on the joints there. Sorry about that, Rammy Mammy. All right, let's talk about his articulation, and we'll look at him. We got ankle articulation. We have boot cut. We have something new here. We have sealed knees. Ooh, ah. Now, normally, this would be an awesome feature that I would love, but since it's a little bit loose around his leg, it kind of goes in and makes a weird flattened kind of, as opposed to being tight. But it is kind of cool. I don't know if it's double jointed or not. I can't tell. I'm not going to rip his legs off to see. And then we have his regular leg movement up here. The rubber part ends right there at a thigh cut. Look at that. That's a perfect thigh cut. Because it looks like the Michelin Man. You can't even see where that thigh cut is. Clever, clever. And then, you know what? I bet if you pulled his foot off, you could probably see. You know, I want to try that later. I'm going to try to pull his foot off and see if we can't pull this leg up and look and see what's underneath there. Then we have his waist that turns, upper torso that moves all over the place like we've seen with the Incredible Hulk figure in the past. Then we have shoulder movement. Ooh, that's nice. Then we have double jointed elbows, which doesn't really serve a good purpose for double jointedness because his arms are so big. They could have gone to a single joint because you really can't go up any further once you move that. So they could have made this sculpt a whole lot better by just going single joint. But, I mean, once you bring that up, you kind of lose all mobility. Anyway, and then we have his head that turns and moves. And obviously it's removable to replace with the other heads that we have. Now, his normal hands don't hold the axe. You have to get his secondary hands out of the package. Where did I throw that package now? Did I? There it is. Oh, I get a little too quick on tossing things aside. Now my water is under 200 degrees right now, so I don't know how well it's going to work for heating stuff up. So that might be a problem. We shall see. But let's go ahead and give him an axe holding hand. Ugh. There we go. Now his fingers are actually rubbery, which is kind of cool, so he can hold this. Kind of reminds me of the Kung Fu Grip G.I. Joes when I was a kid. They kind of had the, not quite as rubbery as that, but still rubbery. All right. I'm not going to do the head swap. You guys can see what it would look like. There we go. There we go. But you get the idea. I'm going to leave the head on I like. So that's it. All right. We got this extra armor here. Extra armor. And I'm not really a fan of this. We'll see how it looks once we get it on him. Oh, there's no way to hold the axe without the extra armor. No! All right. Let's stick the extra armor on. Yeah. It looks bad. It looks like those old Superman figures you could buy that they had in the 80s, 90s that had this armor you'd put over the top of them, and it just looked like it was an afterthought. Like, hey, you guys, let's add some armor to He-Man and, or not He-Man, Superman, and then we can, yeah, no thanks. That just looks weird. It looks like, especially when it has these big old shoulder pads on there, it doesn't work. If this was under the shoulder pads, it would make more sense instead of over. They just made some kind of chest piece that goes on here instead and not have the over-the-top shoulders. I could see the points are kind of cool. You know, if his shoulder pads came off and this replaced it, that'd be cool. But to have both, it just looks weird. Not the Rammy Mammy I know. All right, there we go. There is Ram Man the way I want him. One fist to punch, one to hold his axe. You know what? I don't want a fist to punch. I'm going to go ahead and... Do these come off? Nope. These are molded on, so you can't use them to replace or change out with other figures. Bummer. Bummer. So if they did come off, I would steal them and use them on my Origins figure. All right, let's go ahead and work backwards. So here is the Origins Ram Man we got. Ram Man, Ram Man. Now, as you guys know, when I first saw this Ram Man, it's very similar to the one we got in the 80s. It's super close, but the color's different. But he's kind of got these large biceps that are kind of chubby looking. And I never really liked that about Ram Man, because in the back of the box, they always showed him huge and muscular. Let me show you guys. Love the old look. Yes. Okay, here is my top 5 heroes. Those that have been on my channel before know that I refer to this once in a while. And you can see the Ram Man in the card art just has these massive biceps that just look really cool. And so this is what I was kind of expecting as a kid. Now, granted, the pants are a different color, but still, those big old giant arms is what I was hoping for. And then when he got the chubby arms, I'll go and pull out the 80s one now. It was like, what? What? Oh, my sticker's starting to come off there. No. This is still one of the original stickers, not a repo one. Anyway, but when they made Origins, they decided to go ahead and do the same formula so it would be similar to what we saw on the 80s. We saw in the 80s figure, right? They look super, super close between the 80s and the Origins. And a lot of the Origins figures did that. And then what I decided to do was customize mine. Customize and give him big old beefy arms. And these arms actually belong to Andre the Giant. Andre! And they just match. So, hey, he doesn't have a spot for his axe either. Anyway, so here are my Andre the Giant arms, my Ram Man, and it just looks so much cooler. Let's watch him jump. Oh! He's causing havoc already. All right. So then we got the 2000X Ram Man. Ram Man. 2000X Ram Man was really cool. In the cartoon, he was bigger than everybody else, but for some reason, because the box size or action figure size, they made him the same height as the regular 2000X figure, so it wasn't like monstrously taller, just bigger around. Which I kind of wish they would have made him actually taller, but that was not their plan. They did that with a lot of figures. We saw Beastman was the same way, and Clawful and everybody else was bigger, the cartoons. What's funny is in 2000X, a lot of their weapons are massive. If you look at the battle axe of He-Man, it's like just monstrous. And what's funny is the 2000X battle axe is actually not much bigger than the 80s one, which is kind of funny that they actually went with something so small for such a big beefy figure. Now they did give him righteous biceps, as you can see here, like he's supposed to have, and that was quite cool of 2000X to do that. And he still has the cool button move, just like the old 80s one. Boop. So you can still knock over friends and family. Now it's funny, in Filmation he was actually shorter. They usually had him squatted down all the time in Filmation, walking around like he was a shorter person. And then he would spring on his legs, and with his legs fully sprung, he'd be about the same height as He-Man. Which makes sense, being they wanted him to mirror kind of the toy a little bit. But still, I wish in the cartoon they would have made him the same height and then just spring down when he's going down. Now the coup de grace. Oh, yes. The classics. Ram Man. Boom, boom, boom. Has a place for his axe. Has the regular colors from the old 80s figures. Has the Santa boots that we're so used to seeing on him. And quite cool. Let me raise this up a little bit. There we go. Now he did come with a secondary head. And his secondary head looked a lot like Sandman from Spider-Man. Was it 3? Yeah, Spider-Man 3. And so it was kind of funny. It looked like the Sandman guy. And you can see that for some reason they had his eyes closed. What? What? They closed his eyes? What? How? Why? So I made a version where I just painted over his closed eyes and gave him some eyes. Eyes to see you better. Now, granted, I've been really scared to do it on the real figure because I only have one Ram Man head. But if I had an extra Ram Man head, I would definitely try to paint the eyes on there. What's funny, I didn't even re-sculpt them. I just literally painted them down from the top. And it actually worked pretty good. So no re-sculpting required, just painting them open. And just painted them downward from the black line that was already there. In fact, you look close, you can see his closed eye line is still on the top of the eye. So it's kind of funny how it actually worked pretty good. I stacked on the white paint pretty thick to fill in any gaps, any grooves. All right. I also added a neck ring because when you have this head on alone, there was way too much space between his neck and the head. It looked really weird. So I just added an O-ring. It doesn't change the height of the neck, just fills in that gap there. It's weird though because then his hair ends right at that spot, but there you go. All right, let me take a look at your guys' comments. Then we'll go back to our Ram Man. Kind of looks like George the Animal Steel. The closed eye was on the vintage art. Was it? Was it? Okay. Who said that? Gnomsky. Gnomsky. Let's see what if he is correct. Oh, look at that. The closed eye is on the vintage art. Good call, Gnomsky. Awesome. And now I see it says you showed earlier instead of showered earlier. I was like, showered earlier? What's he talking about? I'm still amazed that my vintage Ram Man survived my abuse. Nice. It's funny. At one time, I had 11 of these vintage Ram Men. I used to stack them up and just knock them all over one shot. And then one time I tried making my own Ram Man by carving out the face, carving out the holes here, and using the arms from, which was it? Thunder Punch He-Man, I think. And it just did not work out very well. I didn't finish them. All right, back to the new one. So let's go ahead and do some experimenting on him. I kind of hate to do that because his legs are really cool, but let's just see if we can see what his knees look like, because I'm curious now, and I'm sure you guys are too. I got the hot water. It's up to 212 degrees, so that should be more than enough to get us some good heat on these. Hopefully the heat does not ruin the rubber. Oh, weird. His boots are brown with a silver-toed tip. I don't even notice out there black. Huh. All the other Ram Men in the past have always had the black Santa boots. I kind of like the brown though. It's kind of cool. Reminds me actually of boots from oh, what was that video game I used to always play? Oh, you guys start naming video games where you walk around as an adventurer and you can ride on different flying animals to different lands and you fight all kinds of guys like guys in red bandanas and stuff. I keep thinking League of Legends, but that's not what it's called. Steel toe boots. Yes, Charles, I will definitely keep you in my prayers, man. Like the spur detail on the right boot. I want to check that out now. Oh, I missed that. Look at that. On the right boot, he has some kind of spur detail. Good catch. Now, what's funny is you can see the bottom of the boots here. What was awesome in Classics, they gave us this little skull on the bottom of the boots. So when he stomps, he leaves skulls behind. And it's like, you know, 4 Horsemen, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, man. I guess I should compare him to other figures in the line. Let me go and grab He-Man out of here. He-Man. Wow. This He-Man makes my Ram Man look short. What the heck? But this, of course, is Classics. We're going to go ahead and compare them height-wise to the new figure, since they're from the same thing. And He-Man is actually taller than the new Ram Man. So, and now I'm getting water on my... Okay, here we go. Let's go and pull off his left boot here. Oop, I got his foot off. It ain't coming off. I wonder. I'll soak it a little longer. We'll just have him have his left foot in there. And while I'm at it, I should probably bring out a blue tray so I don't get my desk all covered in wetness. There we go. While we're waiting for that to heat up, let's go ahead and check out the comments. Why does Ram Man have those puffy legs? The puffy legs are to hide the articulation on the knee. It's kind of cool. I kind of like that. Now, originally, it's supposed to look like springs from the original Ram Man toy from the 80s. Supposed to be like their giant springs that he burp, burp, burp. You know, so that's why he has the Michelin Man look. But when it came to the 2000X one, whoa, he took a dive. Dude, you don't want to be on camera that bad? You could rather jump to the ground. It got really weird the way they did the legs. Oh, my light died. I knew it was going to die eventually. The AA light is dead. It is time to go recharge it. All right. Time for light number one. Number one. Okay. So when it comes to his legs, you can see that they did something kind of weird with 2000X. I'm not sure what was going on there, but it is just kind of strange looking the way those legs look. All right, let's try this again. Let's try this again, shall we? Ah, we got it off. All right. So now let's see if we can scrunch this leg up and see what is underneath. What kind of articulation? Reminds me of when I was a kid of my $6 Million Man rolling his skin up. It looks like it might be single articulation, not double jointed. It's hard to tell. I can't get it very high up to see without ripping it too much. Nope, it's double jointed. He's got a small little knee on there. I want to put that back before I destroy it too much. If I heated it up, maybe it will go better. Let's just give it a quick little heat up and see if we can't get to see inside there. Yeah, it's as high as it's going to go. All right, so it looks like a small little double jointed articulation right there. And I would suggest not doing this. Mine did make a small hole when I did that. See right there, I got a small hole now on the back of my Ram Man's leg. But luckily it's in the seam that will be inside here. I don't know which is the front, which is the back. Okay, I'm gonna have to compare these and see. Ugh. Okay, the seam goes in the back, just like a lady's nylons from back in the day. So that's what the deal with the rubber is. It allows him to bend his knees without showing off the articulation. And he's got a small double jointed knee, and again it ends right below this twist right here. Nope. Yes, it's a good thing they use green plastic underneath there. All right, let's check out some more of your comments. Let's see. I wonder what it looked like or look without no rubber. Yeah, I'm not pulling it off completely, man. I'm guessing the legs will look really super skinny. especially from here down, it looked really weird because I can feel that right here, the legs are much smaller than the rubber is. I kind of wish they made the legs inside the same thickness as the rubber so it wouldn't have this weird effect when you bend the knee that it kind of sucks in. You can kind of see how that looks really bizarre. Or if they made the legs bigger, it wouldn't do that. It'd keep coming out. But excellent try, Mattel. It is very, very soft rubber, though. I can tell if you mess with it too much, you're going to end up ruining it really quick. In fact, I would suggest if you store it in the wrong kind of location, you're going to end up having this rubber just harden on you and probably destroy, get all dried out. Ugh. Okay, let's just tuck that right back in there. You got to tuck it back in the channel for it to stay together. There we go. All right, I think I got it pretty close. Let's put his foot back on. His steel-toed boot. See, think about it. I mean, Ram Man's pretty cool the way he can butt people's heads, but having a steel-toed boot, that would definitely add to his kicking power. Ugh. There we go. And then also having the big old fist to punch people. I mean, he's probably more of a force to reckon with without the spring, just knowing he's just some big, beefy, juggernaut-looking creature like from X-Men. In fact, I've seen people use Juggernaut for a base to make their own Ram Man before, and it's come out looking really cool. Just got to get that rubber to get back into that seam without ripping it. Get in there. All right, that's probably about as good as it's going to get. He is cool. On if I had to rank him between 1 and a 10 figure, I'd probably give him an 8.5 for coolness, as he does look like the Ram Man we grew up with. I'm not a huge fan of the double jointed elbows. I probably will never be. So I wish these were single jointed. If for him, you don't need double jointed anyway. There's not any reason to, because his arm just doesn't go that way. And but as far as the way he looks, he definitely looks like Ram Man. There's no question about it. I've been really impressed with these new Eternia figures. They've all come out really cool. Let's see. The animated He-Man is pretty stocky in Masterverse. Yes, he is. Nice. A dehumidifier is a great idea, Louise. Yes, an articulated Ram Man is huge. That is funny is people used to always ask what vehicle you could put Ram Man in. And the only one, it was this green vehicle that would, no, it was red, that would lay down. It was called the Laser something. I forget what it was. And the vehicle, you could lay him down and it goes up and down. And it's like he was the only guy that could really ride, or the only vehicle he could ever ride. Because obviously his legs don't separate. So you can't put him into the Battle Ram or anything else cool like that. It's funny too, because when I first saw this as a kid, I thought it was made for some other toy line. I figured that the way this thing's shaped and the way it's made and its action feature, that it was probably made to go with some other toy line besides Masters of the Universe. He doesn't look like a He-Man figure, no giant muscles, anything else. So I just figured he was, you know, a repaint, a leftover, failed design from some other toy line. And then I found out later on he was actually made for Masters of the Universe. Let me see if I can find an old picture of him. Let me stick the lid on my water first before I bring out the book. The book, The Power and Honor Foundation. And I just thought that was so funny when I found that out. I remember I was on a forum one time and I was just spouting off about, yeah, that Ram Man, you can tell it was a bootleg type figure from some other brand they brought over. You know, kind of like you hear about different toys from Big Jim. or from other things. And nope, he was actually designed and made specifically for Masters of the Universe. Okay, let me see if I can find him. Let's see if we can't find the history of the Ram Man-ness. Do 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 do. Soon we should be able to find it. Okay, here we go. This pirate dwarf is kind of the predecessor to Ram Man, and you can see here it says push down, legs retract on spring. After delay, hero pops and does a flip into battle. So it's that kind of deal where he has spring type legs and jumps in the battle. And you can see here he is right here. And then let's see, and they had Rhino Man. We've seen pictures of that. Let's keep looking and see if there's anything else. Is that Metallo from Superman? Anyway, let's go ahead and there's the original Prince Adam. I think that's the only Ram Man picture I have in here. I just skipped a whole bunch. Feels like a couple pages might be stuck together. Let's see, 27, 30, yep. Okay, I'm gonna have to put this book on my lap for a minute. There we go. Oh, it's just buzz off. Buzz off. Isn't that funny? They had like a bee helmet over the top of a He-Man head. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the only Ram Man prototype in this book. Yeah, so now we're getting into the Horde. This guy here also jumped, but obviously not a Ram Man prototype. Yeah, we're getting into all the newer stuff now. Oh, there's Rap Trap. Rap Trap. See, now you guys got me going on other stuff besides Ram Man. All right, that's enough of this. Let's go ahead and close the book on this. Put it back into its bag. There it is. I know, it sounds funny. I always put my Honor and Foundation book always back into the bag to protect it. This is the bag I got it in when I bought it. And I just have always kept it back in the bag. Yes, whenever I see those books for sale, I always try to post it on the lounge for you guys because it's such a cool book. So just keep checking the lounge. If I find them, I'll post them on there for you guys. My friend Josh keeps selling them. So if Josh has some more, I will post links for you guys. His eBay name is Cafe Wa. Let's just see. Let's see. Will this fit on? Well, this could be kind of fun to jazz up your original Ram Man. Not that I would, because it's kind of weird having this armor on him because he's Ram Man. But if you really like this look a lot, you could bring it all the way back to the 80s. All the way back to the 80s. We'll go back in time. Up, up, up. You know what we didn't do? We did not put the Classics head onto... Ooh, his arm gets stuck on it. We did not put the Classics head on him. We're going to have to do that before we end this stream. Josh has a time machine. I wonder sometimes. I wonder about that man. He has some pretty cool stuff sometimes up for sale. Oh, I can't get his head to fit in there. Well, you know what? His head should come off pretty easy. Let's just try and see. Oh. It's like mine has some cracks already. Yeah, check this out. It's like I already have some cracking going on his head. A double crack there and a single where the seam is normally. So I may not want to put the pressure of sticking one of the other heads on him. I'll give it a shot and see how it looks. That looks kind of weird. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. And you can see what I mean, how his head just looks so weird in the back. Okay, I'll put the one with the O-ring on there. Which will probably look weird too. Ugh. Ta-da! Dun 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 dun. Oh, I'm Ram Man. Don't break on me. Don't do it. I'm just going to drop his head in there and soften it up before I stick it back on. Why in the world is that so tight? It's like they got the wrong size ball joint and it's what's causing the cracking. It's like, it's just so extremely tight inside there. Something went wrong. And that pin's going to break really easy too with that being so tight. So be careful with your guys' pin on your Ram Man. That one, ugly, says Gnomsky. I bet those cracks were Skeletor's doing. The cracks are from smashing his head repeatedly over and over again into brick walls, and now he has his upper spine has some cracks in it. That is why you don't bang your head into brick walls, kids. All right, there he is. There they all are. All the Ram Man lined up. Kind of a mess over my desk. Speaking of that, I have found out that this little atom that came with my Giganta, his arm is all squished over. I just dropped him in hot water for a few minutes and his arm went back into the right spot. So there you go. A little bit of hot water fixed that right up. So there he is. All fixed up. Ready to go. Arthritis. Arthritis. The armor does help break up the skin tone difference. Okay, let's go and stick it on Origins too while we're at it before I end this video. I'm going to stick it on my custom one. Here he is. Let's just see how it fits on there. Zoop. Now it's easier to fit because his arms actually go up. Now the problem with this is the armor wants to go around where his waist is skinny and not in the wide part down here where his hips are sticking out. So it causes the top half to not quite go all the way down on his shoulders. So that is a bummer part about this. If you wanted to use this armor on somebody else, you're going to end up with these gaps on the shoulders because the way his hips are shaped. If you disconnect it, then of course you can bring it down further. But I'm not a fan of it either way. Just not a fan. Now it is weird how high this armor is in comparison to all the other Ram Men. Other Ram Man, this comes way down to right above the belt on every single one we have here. Here. Whoop, whoop. Oh, the Classics one took a dive. Here. Come on back up, man. All right, let's go ahead and put these in order of which ones I like the best. Sorry, I know you guys always say he always chooses Classics. There's been a couple times where I have not. But again, yes, Classics is ace. My next favorite is my custom Origins one. And after that is the new one. And then is the original one. Then comes the Origins that is not customized. And last is a 2000X one. So that is my order of Ram Man in preference. So there you go. Oh, look at that. He's got a dent in his head. That's hilarious. The Origins one. All right. Anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. Like and subscribe. Let me check out any final comments before I go. I guess I should have the one we're showing on here, huh? There we go. Let's see. I think the book is in the character guide from Dark Horse. I'll have to check that out. I have the book over on the other side on my shelf over here. That armor needs to be on a big figure like Beastman. Even on Beastman, I don't know. This armor looks mighty big. I know his armor's still on, but even with his armor on, he's like swimming in it because he doesn't have the big shoulder pads to match. So it would come down really far down like he's wearing his dad's t-shirt because he doesn't have the shoulder support to hold the armor up. Oh, oh, don't fall in the hot water. Oh, she tried to take a dive over there off the shelf. Oh, you know what? Ho, ho, ho. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, that would have been cool if it would have worked right. But it is not. And I could have had him more in the He-Man world, like giving him armor. Oh, oh, oh. He fell over. He fell over. Almost knocked him all over. Mike Fee says, love Ram Man. Oh, the Build-A-Figure one. Yes. Yes. Let's take a look here. Oh, he's over here in the corner hanging out in Castle Grayskull. You know, that's a good call. Now, I stretched this on there pretty tight, so I almost hate taking it off because now that it's off... Yeah, that does look cool on him. Oh, his waist is too big. So you could use this, but you're going to have to stretch it out a little bit just because it doesn't come all the way down and hook around his waist. But that does look cool on him. So this would be a cool figure to put him on if you can get it to fit around there. You may have to make some small extension pieces to put him on him. Good call, man. Who was that? That was Gnomsky again. Holy cow, man. Gnomsky, you are just knocking him out of the park today. Don't eat that. His mouth doesn't close. Yeah, this didn't fit down either, so I just cut it into a yeah. Now it's not going to fit back on, I don't think. Oh, there it goes. It's barely. I had to heat this thing up and stretch it on so many times to get it to fit on there. Urgh. Bear with me while I fix this figure. There we go. Thanks, Charles. He looked like Booster from Jingle All the Way. We don't like you, Booster. Oh, that was so hilarious. All the kids were beating him up. I do have a new Clawful. I just have not opened them yet. Hopefully I'll be doing a video soon showing the opening of Clawful. Clawful the Awful. So that'll be fun. But again, when I open them up, I want to do the same sort of stick where I have all my Clawfuls out so we can have some fun comparing them. So that'll be cool. Dude, Don Thales, my comment, too serious, was a joke. Let's see what your... Yeah, Ram Man was the engineer behind the battle ram design. Yeah, I don't know what your joke was, man. If you guys notice in the comments section, there are people that are green on their names. Those are people that actually have joined our channel, not just as a subscriber, but as a member. So if you guys want to become members, you can. Sometimes I have special things for members, like discounts on new items I create. So if you want to become a member, it's a good time to become one, because I'm working on some new items now. So there may be some discounts for you members coming up real soon. And the rest of you guys, I do appreciate you being my subscribers. It's really cool. And just wanted to plug that really quick, that being a member does come with some benefits. All right. Anyway, until next time, good journey. Wait, what's that last question? How do you become a member? Oh, excellent question. If you take a look, there should be a link somewhere right on this video to become a member. I'm not sure because I'm actually on there, but if not, you can also click my channel and join from there too. All right. All right, you guys, until next time, good journey. Bye now.